Hello and welcome to a very special poi tutorial. In this poi tutorial is not about being the best poi spinner. This poi tutorial is about maintaining your shoulder health. Been a fitness coach a long time. I fixed a lot of shoulders. I spin a lot of poi. And I've heard a lot of people in the poi community complain that their shoulder hurts, and that sucks. So let's fix it. I got you. So, quick anatomy lesson. Got an arm bone right here, humerus, and then there's a little neck of a humerus, and then there's the head of the humerus. And if you can imagine, this is like the arm bone, this would be the neck, and this is the head. It fits in a little socket right over here called the glenoid fossa, part of the shoulder blade. You know, shoulder blade back there. So the arm bone and the shoulder blade need to work together to move our arm up overhead. Not super important here, but as you get higher, the shoulder blade needs to get out of the way of the arm bone. If not, it starts to bang into it. So if you have crappy posture, you can't get your arm up all the way. If your shoulder blade doesn't move out of the way of the arm bone will smash into the stuff in between. And that causes problems. Ouchies, you know, you get a shoulder impingement, you get some fraying of your rotator cuff, you could damage your labrum, you could fuck up your shoulder real good. So, and keep our planes straight, you got to kind of have it all work together. And if you have bad shoulder mobility, your hand's going to be over here and your plane's going to look crummy, or you can bend your arm, which could be okay, but your line's not going to be as nice. So if you have nice flexible shoulders and you can get your arm to there, you're going to be in a much better position. So how do we get our arm up to there? How do we deal with all of this? Great question. So we're going to start with just a little bit of tissue care because, gosh, when things are messed up, one of the best things to start with is tissue care. So you get your handy ball. We're going to put this guy, ball to the wall. We're going to lean on it, and then we're going to do some nice soft tissue care. Oh yeah, just like that. You should feel a little bit like a bear rubbing his back on a tree. You want to get into those nooks and crannies, and we want to find the spots that feel hot, hard, and tender. Like, oh my God, it feels so good. That place that you really want someone to give you a massage. This is going to help restore the sliding surfaces of your tissues, of your muscles. The muscles should all slide around nice like this, and they get stuck together because of life. And if they don't slide and glide nice, your shoulder's not going to work very well. So we're just going to start. I would set a timer, do a couple minutes on each shoulder. And I'm in the space in between my shoulder blade and my spine right now. Don't roll on the spine. That doesn't feel good and doesn't do anything. So spend some time here, all the way up through the trap, all the way up to the back of the neck, which is where the trap goes to. You can do your neck, you can do whatever. And then I'd also roll a little bit this way and get the kind of, just under the spine of the scapula. There's a good muscle there. I'd also smash through this whole thing. I'd even smash the front, which is kind of this area. So just some tissue care helps restore the sliding surfaces of the muscles, helps them move around better. When you cook pasta in the pasta boiler and you don't stir your pasta, you know, like it can get all stuck together. That's a metaphor for your muscles, and sometimes they will do that too. So that'd be step one. Start with something like that. Set a timer. Just go all over the place. Give yourself a little bit of lovies. I'm going to change the camera angle and show you some more. So for this poi trick, no, I'm kidding. So this is the foam roller. Whoop. You're going to lay on it this way, and there's your muscle called your lat that is right there. And you can either put your hip up or down, whatever feels better. And this one's probably going to hurt quite a bit. And so you're going to go forward and back on the good spots. You know, find those spots that feel hot, hard, and tender. Look around. The first time I did this, I thought someone was playing a practical joke on me. I was like, who put a rock in my foam roller? Because it fucking hurt. It's better now. But this lat muscle, it's really big, and it when it's tight, it restricts the movement of the arm bone. You can't get your arm up very high. So if you got tight lats, this is a great way to attack that. Yeah. And see, I'm just kind of going this way and that way, back and forth, as I slowly slide on this roller. Oh, that's a bad spot. Oh, just breathe into it. Love it. Hang out. I like my arm up in this position because we want to mobilize in the position of restriction. Oh my goodness. And again, set a timer for a couple minutes and just make love to your foam roller. Become good friends with it. 2 minutes, each side. You're going to want to do this probably every day if you can find the time for it, or at least a few times a week. And at least, honestly, at least before you go, spin some poi, because again, we're opening up those shoulders so that the arm can then go all the way up and back. Because also, from foam roll the front of your shoulder while you're down here on the roller, just like warm up my pec area, get into that nook and cranny. If it feels terrible, you got a knot there. You need to work on that. So always just be hunting around for the good spots. And a really good one I like, which is kind of horrible, is take your arm, put it behind your back, shoulder on the roller. You might have to manipulate the roller to find a good spot to stand out for balance. Anyways, you're just gonna smash that front deltoid. Yep. Oh my God, that's awful. Oh. So spend some time on your roller. Make love to your lats, pecs, shoulders, all this stuff. This thing's called the spine of the scapula. So you want to go under there to get your infraspinatus, and then on top you got your supraspinatus, and you got your trapezius upper trap. Upper trap goes from here up to your neck head area, the external occipital protuberance. And so you want to go all the way and just go make good love to those muscles. Treat them nicely so they can treat you nicely. So at this point, you might be asking yourself, are my shoulders tight? I'm not even really sure. Easy way to check. If you put your back nice and flat on the wall, I'd bend my legs 90 degrees-ish, flat, look, no space, there's no space, flat. And then you should just be able to lift your arms straight up and touch the wall behind you without losing the connection of your back on the wall. Can you see that? Yeah. So this is no good because I'm cheating. I'm using my chest. But if I bring my ribs down and this happens, yeah, you got tight shoulders. So you want flat back and be able to put your arms right back up against the wall. And if you can't do that, your shoulders are a little tight. So another great way to stretch your shoulders is just hang off the bar. So find a bar and grab on, double overhand, and then just hang out. And I'm just hanging out, just letting my shoulders glide up towards my ears. I'm just kind of hanging here. And I would recommend hanging for at least a minute, which might be really hard for you at first. And if that is the case, just go ahead and put your feet down and take off some of the load. No big deal. And as you get stronger, you'll be able to lift your feet up. And then you can just kind of hang there. But don't put your feet on stuff if you don't need to. Anyways, at least a minute. And I'd recommend doing that a couple times per day, 3 times a day. The humerus and the scapula are supposed to work together. And if they don't, good luck, Chuck. Again, if you're in that sloppy, slouchy position, your arm just can't go anymore. It does not go because the scapula, there's a little shelf on the scapula and it just kind of like bangs into the arm bone. Because the arm bone's connected to the scapula bone, there's no room for you to go anywhere. And then you keep on doing that and you keep on doing that and you keep on doing that bad posture, and you're gonna start wearing away and wearing away and wearing away the stuff that's in between. So corner of the scapula upwardly rotates and gets out of the way of the arm bone, and then downwardly rotates, upwardly rotates. Okay, so we have our little spaghetti band. This is just like a little 1/4-inch band. Find one, find your favorite one. Grab it, about here-ish. You don't need this to be super challenging. You just want it to be an activation. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it apart towards our chest, just across the middle and back. Just kind of aim right at my chest. My arms are kind of out like a T. You don't want to be super high and hit yourself in the neck. That's annoying. So I'm just kind of right here to the front of the chest. If you look from the side, I'm focusing on retracting my shoulder blades. Pull apart to the front of the chest. again, retracting the shoulder blades back and together because that's where they need to go. Because when the arm starts going back, you need the shoulder blade to get out of the way. If the shoulder blade stays forward, you're going to do this position, and this is a crappy position for the shoulder. Puts a lot of stress on the anterior capsule. Not nice. Does not like. Okay, so third one. All right, but check this out. This is like one of the most important ones. Behind the head. Focusing on scapular upward rotation. This is upward rotation. And then downward rotation. Upward rotation, downward rotation. Upward rotation and downward rotation. Up and down and up and down and up. Awesome. Another one we can do is around the world. So we're going to go around, stretch into that hard spot right there. Oh, let the band help you. Boom, touch your butt. Come back, 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 back. There's nothing really over here for you to do, so don't worry about that spot. Just go back. Yeah, right there. Let the band pull you into that new range of motion. So, now the shoulder is starting to work a little bit better. I have foam rolled, I have a little bit more mobility, and I have started to activate the muscles so I can get my scapula doing what the scapula should do. All right, we got more, man. There's so much more. So, it's a great start. Another thing we can do, you get your mini band. What you're gonna do, thumbs out this way, you're gonna pull out in 2 directions. Notice how my elbows stay bent 90 degrees and my elbows stay close to my side. You can even stick a folded towel under your arm so that you're not lifting your elbows far away from your body. That would be the wrong way to do this. Long arms, in and outs. Keeping the neck nice and long. Long neck, very important. Don't shrug. Long neck, we're trying to activate the back of the shoulder, posterior deltoid, all that stuff. Okay, and we got one more. So, call it H press. You make your hands like an H. And what we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to push our arm up. And then I like to add a little shrug right here. And back down. Ooh, sorry about that. So we're going to go up, shrug, and back down. Keeping your hands like an H, parallel. Don't let them do this. Everyone's hands want to do this because this is easy. Don't do that. This thing should be about at the wrist area, maybe a little bit lower. But don't put it up at the elbow. That's too easy. So anyways, you're just going to go up, and you're going to go down. And you're thinking about the scapula sliding forward. Look at that scapula sliding forward and up and back down to retraction. Up and back down to retraction. And back down to retraction. And your shoulders, you should feel like they're on fire. So, besides having been a trainer for quite a long time, I have a grade 3 separation in my acromioclavicular joint. So my clavicle and my collarbone actually are completely disconnected. They tore all 3 ligaments. In a bicycle accident because I fell over the handlebars down a hill. Tried to do a tuck and roll. Anyways, so look, this thing doesn't even attach anymore. And I'm able to spin pulling. I have no shoulder pain. I'm able to do handstands. I have no shoulder pain. I am able to lift and move, and having a really strong shoulder joint and happy scapulas that move in conjunction with your happy humerus make a big difference. So, signing off. Thank you so much. Happy spinning, y'all.